Hello, today I will be chatting with Skye Williams, a senior at Azusa Pacific University. Skye is the definition of a travel enthusiast. Skye has traveled to 23 countries within 21 years of her life, including countries in Europe, Africa, Asia, and South America. Today I will be talking with her about her travel experiences from the best to the hardest and how that greatly impacted her life. So I know you've traveled to 23 countries over the course of your life. How did travel become such a big part of your life?
So I actually didn't get to travel at all until I was about 15 years old, and my parents took me on a trip to Europe for the first time, and we went to Italy and Greece, and that was the best trip ever for me, and I really just fell in love with going to new places and experiencing new cultures because that was totally new to me up until that point of my life. And afterwards I got to go to a lot more places throughout Europe, and then when I came to college eventually, I definitely wanted to serve more in different parts of the world and experience different cultures that way. So I got to go to South America and also Africa. So I've gotten to get around quite a bit.
What have been some of your favorite countries to visit? Or do you have a certain vacation that you absolutely loved? I know you said that Italy one was great, but is there another one that you loved?
I think my favorite place to visit is South Africa. And the reason for that is because I feel it has everything you want if you are traveling to a place that's just very different than America. But Cape Town is the perfect setting for that. In the city, you can see on one side of you the mountains, Table Mountain, and then on the other side you have the ocean you can look out into. So it really just has a lot of diverse settings in one city.
In 2016, you traveled to Nice, France. Can you tell me a little bit about what you loved about the culture there and the people and the country in general?
Yeah, so Nice is a part of France, and it's definitely a lot slower than Paris. It's situated right on the beach, and it's about 15 to 30 minutes away from Monte Carlo, Monaco. So you really do just get that French culture that's so relaxed. It's you wake up in the morning and you can have a pastry and walk to the beach and go shopping and really just enjoy the slowness of your day that I envy of French people.
Even though you have so many wonderful things to say about Nice, you also experienced something terrible and traumatizing while there. On July 14th, 2016, you were a witness to the terrorist attack in Nice, France. Can you tell me about that day and everything that you and your family experienced?
Yeah, so July 14th is actually Bastille Day, and it's very similar to how Americans celebrate 4th of July. So there's fireworks and dinner parties and all of that going around all around France. So we were staying at a hotel in Nice, right on the Providence, which is where the incident happened. So after we were done getting crepes and having a relaxing evening, we decided to walk home to our hotel. And right as we went up the elevator, we heard gunshots, but it was really hard to identify because it also sounded similar to the fireworks that we heard a few minutes earlier. So when we got up to our room, we saw that there was bodies lying on the ground right below our window, and we realized that there had been a terrorist attack just minutes before we were walking on the street. So the rest of the night, we just stayed up and watched the news and watched as, police dealt with the incident that was below us. But it was a very terrible thing to witness and to be in the presence of, as we were staying in this beautiful place.
What emotions were running through you when you were experiencing all of this?
It was a very emotional experience. I was really just sad for the people that were affected. I felt very lucky that my family was protected, but at the same time, it was just very sad to see all those people that were celebrating and having a great time on their holiday did not anticipate what was going to happen to them that evening, and I just think that is really sad and sombering for the people that did survive.
When you think back to the moment when you decided to go back up to the hotel room, what do you think made you choose to do that?
I can't really describe what it was, but after we had finished eating our dessert, I instantly had this antsiness where I really wanted to go to the hotel room immediately. And initially my mom was going to tell me just to go by myself because it was just a few doors down, but upon rethinking that, she decided that we all should just go back to the hotel room together. So for whatever reason, we probably would have stayed there longer or decided to walk around, but we decided that we had to go back to the hotel, and the incident happened just minutes later. So if that hadn't happened, if we hadn't gone to the hotel, we could have either been affected by the incident, or we could have been trapped at that crepe shop for who knows how long.
So how did being a witness to the terrorist attack in Nice impact you? Like, did it change your emotions toward traveling in general?
It made me realize that I have to be aware and cautious and also listen to my intuition when I feel like something is off. There's no explanation for why I felt like I had to get up and leave, but I'm really grateful that I listened to that gut feeling that I had. And also, if I do have an uneasy feeling about a situation that I'm in, I just know to act upon that and not let myself feel uneasy and not do anything about it.
Well, Skye, thank you so much for being willing to talk with me about all those experiences. I know it was a very emotional event to witness, and I appreciate your willingness to open up about it with me.
Thanks, Julia. It was really fun to get to talk about those experiences.
This broadcast was brought to you by Julia Kent, music provided by Audioblocks and produced by Zoom Media Podcasts.